right. Welcome, everybody, to the next episode of the Altura Credit Union podcast. Today we have a special treat. Altura owns a company called Auto Expert, which is a car buying service that they offer to their membership. So you might ask, well, what's a car buying service? Well, I'm going to let Aaron kind of explain that, and he's our guest today at this podcast.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris. So my name is Aaron Lynn, Vice President with Auto Expert here at Altura Credit Union. Been in the business for a long time, been at the credit union for a long time, going back to 2001 with Auto Expert for almost 20 years.
Excellent.
Knows
a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of knowledge gained over those years for sure.
Yes.
And we love helping members find their cars. That's what
Absolutely.
we're here for. So you talked about auto buying service,
Yes.
right? So
What
a lot of
is
people,
that exactly?
right? A lot of people don't really know that we even exist,
Sure.
which is unfortunate. But it's a personal shopper from beginning to end.
Okay. So you say beginning to end. What exactly does that entail? What are all the key parts of a car buying process that you can handle or you can help members with?
Right. The loan is a big one. A lot of times,
Okay.
most people finance their vehicles.
Yes, obviously Altura Credit Union does car loans.
Altura Credit does car loans, right? So typically how we get in touch with someone is
Yes.
they've applied for a loan, they get
Okay.
referred over to our service.
Got it.
We contact the member, look at their loan parameters.
Okay.
And then ultimately ask them what they're looking for,
Yeah.
right? What kind of car are you looking for?
How much are you approved for?
How much you approved
What kind
for?
of car
Right.
are you looking for?
Right, down to colors, options, accessories, all those types of things we do as well.
Perfect.
So we actually work with a network of dealers all throughout Southern
Okay,
California.
so you got a vast Southern California
Right.
dealer network
Right.
to
And we
really
work-
find those cars at.
Right, and we work on a volume basis. So
Got
we're
it.
able to get volume discounting
Yes.
for members. We're selling upwards of 200 cars per month.
Nice.
So once we find the vehicle the member is interested in, we then would talk to them about payments, the price of the vehicle, all those
Okay.
things. And then ultimately set up an appointment at the credit union
Okay.
where they go there, meet our advisor,
Yeah.
pick up their car. There's a big red bow on it. It's very
Perfect.
exciting.
Yes.
And
It's very
then-
beautiful. It's a great experience.
That's right. 15, 30 minutes, you're out of there.
Got it. Instead of, so many of us, and I know as I, talk to our community, have probably had a bad experience at a car dealership before. Auto Expert will really do all that dirty work that we call it. Find the car, talk to the dealer. Now, what if somebody has a trade-in?
Good question. We can handle that as well.
Okay.
So we take trade-ins. We usually appraise them over the phone.
Okay.
We get some pictures of the vehicle. Again, at your convenience, right?
Yes.
You don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah, everything is done at the member's convenience.
Right. You can be on your couch buying a car.
Yes.
So we get information on that trade-in. We set all that up. That's known ahead of time what that value is for that vehicle. So
Okay.
again, if that's part of the equation,
Got it.
drive your old car to the credit union. Your new car's
Okay.
there waiting for you to pick up.
Perfect.
And you're driving
Yeah,
away with
you
smiles.
bring the trade-in,
Yep.
leave that,
Right.
do the paperwork to buy your new car, and then leave in the new car, and you don't have to worry about that
You
trade-in
never have
anymore.
to step foot on a dealership
Yeah,
lot.
we will take care of that. You don't have to go from dealership to dealership.
Right.
Spending hours of time. I know I have at various points in my life. Buying a car, you get in the financing line. And then now, when you buy a car, a lot of people like to buy add-on items
Sure.
or aftermarket accessories on the car.
Sure.
How do you guys do that as well?
We do handle that as well.
Okay.
Very popular things like window tinting, alarm systems, tracking systems like LoJack, dash cameras.
Okay.
We handle all those things, and they're also installed mobile.
Got it.
So we
the-
come
I
back
was
to
gonna
your
say,
house.
How does that happen for the
Yeah.
credit union members, the people who have purchased a car?
So it gets scheduled
Okay.
With the member at their convenience. They go to their house and get everything installed on there. We also do some other kind of higher level accessories as
Okay.
well, like bed liners for your truck,
Okay.
or a bed cover, or maybe steps, or maybe even full on lift kits for your Jeep or your truck. We have partners here in the Riverside area mostly that help us with that. You have to drop your vehicle off for those, of course, but really anything you can think of, custom wheels and tires,
And the vast majority
spoilers.
happens at the members.
The vast majority, yeah, for
home
those most popular
or
items.
work. Very convenient. Tinting.
Window tinting, absolutely.
Yeah, we have a great window tinting service. He's been featured on different shows on TV. High quality tin.
Yes.
Just a plug.
Yes.
For Moses and
That's
his
right.
service.
That's right.
So, what's the main thing that Auto Expert is looking to provide to those credit union members who are going to use their service?
It's savings, but I think it's more convenience.
Okay.
We're living in a very fast-paced world, right?
Sure.
Everyone's very busy
Yes.
with their daily tasks.
Absolutely.
They don't have time to go to the dealership and, as you mentioned, drive around to 19 different
Absolutely.
places, or
it
even be
takes
on the
all day.
phone.
It takes a weekend.
Once you call them, they'll never stop calling you.
Yes.
It's kind of a nightmare.
That's true. You're kind of on the grid, if you will.
So I think it's convenience. I think that is the thing that members enjoy the most. And, we survey all of our members, of course. They love that we have friendly advisors.
Absolutely.
That are helping them through the process.
Yes.
And I think also one of the biggest things that, they call out is that convenience, that they never had to go to the dealership. And most of our surveys end with, I'll never buy a car another way.
Absolutely. Obviously, I've personally used the service, and I have had experiences at dealerships. And once you use Auto Expert, it's like, why would I ever go through a different process to buy a car? What about the service or the trust of the members? How do you view that from an advisor perspective or from an Auto Expert perspective?
Well, members trust their credit union for good reason. We have their best interests at heart.
Absolutely.
The service was designed to carry those same values to make sure that we're doing right by our clients. We know that the most important thing is to have repeat members, people coming back. So we want to make sure we provide the best experience, the best value that we can in that first interaction. And I would say, it's one of those things, we talk about personal shopper, right? Or auto buying service. A lot of time, when you go to buy a home, you have a trusted realtor.
Sure.
There's a lot of other services and things that you wouldn't do just for yourself, right? So why not have this type of service do all the work for you and know that you're getting a good value and all that?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And the members, when they use your service, that's really what they're looking for. Like you said, they trust the credit union. So from just an overall car buying process, so if somebody's out there and it's their first time, they're going to buy a car.
Yeah.
What would that process look like? So they don't have a trade-in necessarily, but what's the first thing they should do when they start researching what kind of car that they're looking to buy?
Yeah, looking at values, of course, what they're looking to spend for the vehicle, what that vehicle is going to provide for them for their lifestyle.
Okay.
Whether they're commuting or they're...
what do you need?
What do you need?
And there's... Obviously, people are buying cars. What do you want as well?
Yeah.
You can't just let the wants take over what the needs are, but
Right. So try not to get yourself in over your head on your first vehicle, of course. And then Altura has great options for that as well. So there's a newer first-time auto buying program.
Oh, yes. Enhanced in August. First-time auto buyer program where if you make 6 consecutive on-time payments, your rate lowers by a full percentage point. And if they do it again for another 6 consecutive months, it'll lower by another percentage point. So over 12 consecutive payments, you could lower your interest rate on that loan by a full 2 percentage points. And the best part too, no cosigner needed. That's why it's a first-time auto buyer program. Right. So that's a great benefit that Altura offers.
You also get a discount on your rate by using Auto Expert.
Excellent. Great point as well.
Off as well.
Yes. So they get the loan.
Yeah, get the loan. And the thing is that first-time buyers, the sharks on the dealer lot can see that, right? And so they are always looking for opportunities. And I would say that with that great rate that Altura is going to provide on the first-time buyers, I've seen 18, 19, 20% rates for first-time buyers on cars, which is crazy.
It gets up there like credit card rates sometimes.
Yes. And so you want to do your best to obviously not be taken advantage of.
Yes.
Great place to start, Altura Credit Union,
Auto
Expert. We're going to guide you through that whole process.
And that rate you would get on that first-time auto buyer is going to be much lower, even though you are still a first-time auto buyer.
Right.
So then you get that loan. If you happen to head to the dealership lot. Now, at that point, they would get referred over to Auto Expert as well. But for people out there, people end up on a dealership lot. What are some other things you're kind of watching out for?
Watching out for add-ons. A lot of times there's going to be an addendum on the window. There's going to be, quote unquote, pre-installed an alarm system for $2,000 and paint protection and all these things. I see those anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000.
Yeah.
So also by working with Auto Expert, you're going to avoid that.
Yeah, the overcharging.
Right, because we deal with just the fleet departments at the dealerships. Yes. We're just getting the car. We don't need the other things. Again, we offer those things, as I mentioned, but at credit union pricing, much lower than that would be.
Yes.
So watch out for those things. If you're looking at a used vehicle, make sure you're checking the Carfax.
Yes.
You want to make sure that it has a good history.
Yes.
You're not buying something that has, a bad
built-in
accident.
Problems, exactly. Yeah, just problems down the road.
That research is good as well. There's a lot of good comparative tools to search, average prices and things like that for similar vehicles online. That's good to become equipped with that. But that first, that price of the car is really just one piece of the puzzle.
Sure.
It's the loan. It's those add-ons. It's your trade-in value. How much are they giving you for that? So again, all in one stop, instead of worrying about all those pieces, Auto Expert, with the experience that we have, can make sure that all those things are done and you're getting the best value
like
and
fair price, all those types of things. Especially even the add-on products like GAP insurance on the new car or a service contract on the car, like a mechanical breakdown insurance. You can also get those from Altura or from your credit union for a highly discounted price.
Yes, much better than the dealership would charge.
Yes. So now as we get into, so that's the Auto Expert process and the service that you offer and how convenient it is. If we wanted to talk about some cars, what reliable cars are out there?
Historically, Hondas and Toyotas are the best, in my opinion.
And do you see that?
And you see it in the resale value. Okay. You see it in, the
demand that you see,
the approval ratings. Yes. And there's the quantity and, frequency that we're selling those type of vehicles.
Yeah. So they're reliable first.
Right.
And then because they're reliable, as you get to the end of that loan or you want to buy another car, they hold their resale value.
Right.
Very, very well.
Right.
So more money for that car, which is a depreciating asset. Everybody knows that. But you get a higher return on it when you're going to get your next car.
Right.
Got it.
Right.
What about, obviously, Altura Credit Union offers car loans, but there are some people out in the community that are buying cars that are looking at leases.
Yes.
Can you also help those members as well?
Yes, we can. We can definitely negotiate a lease. That lease or that loan would happen with Honda, BMW, with the manufacturer, but we also negotiate that for the member as well.
So you can still get a great deal by negotiating those parameters and the rates on those types of things.
And any advertised leases you see on the TV, we can still get those. Any advertised rebates, things like that.
There you go. Great point.
With Auto Expert, you can still experience all of that savings. Sometimes I see a Costco card involved.
Yeah,
and, all those things you don't lose out on by going through us.
So nothing is lost out on from a commercial or advertised price or anything like that by using Auto Expert. Right. So
a lot of times there's some fine print in there, and we'll help you sift through
negotiate that. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the best of both worlds. You don't lose out on anything, but then you don't have to do some of the things that people don't like to do when they buy a car, like running around, going from dealership to dealership. Now, what about hybrid cars, electric cars, Teslas, things like that? Can you still help people get those, even though Tesla doesn't have dealerships?
Right. From a Tesla standpoint, pre-owned, we can definitely help with, which EVs tend to take the biggest depreciation hit. Okay. So buying a pre-owned EV is not a bad idea at all.
Okay. So and you can buy pre-owned used cars. You can find those for all different makes
and models. Yeah, for sure. So EVs are definitely becoming more popular. Okay. I think they're going to continue to get better. I think battery ranges can continue to get better, and the prices will come down.
Got it.
I think it's a great option for commuters, especially if you can have the ability to charge at home.
Sure.
It's very convenient. Maybe you have solar in your house. All those things come together.
Got it.
And it becomes a great value to look at a strictly EV.
Yes.
But what's really getting better as well is hybrids. So very fuel efficient, and even some plug-in hybrids have a small battery.
Okay.
40, 50 miles, all electric, and then it just kicks into the gas.
Okay.
Which is, I think, a great bridge technology
exactly.
in a sense.
It's kind of a good place to be, because if you're just full electric, obviously, if the electricity goes out, that could be an issue.
Yeah.
But if you have hybrid, obviously you can still have gas in the car, but you still have the mileage, the efficiency of a hybrid as well.
Right. And the power is there on the hybrids these days.
Yes.
It's not like a sluggish vehicle, right?
Exactly.
You're still going to have good pickup. Correct.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm a big fan of hybrids. I think it's a great option for most people.
Yes.
It's not something to be super, wary about, I don't think.
Yes.
They all come with like 8 to 10 year battery warranties, you know, that sort of thing. So I think all the benefits are there. And car makers like Toyota have certainly perfected
and they're definitely going more high-end, too, with some hybrids, because, you have Lexus. Almost all of them either have electric full or they have hybrids as well. I know one time I got a loaner car that was a hybrid. I have gas-powered vehicles, so I was like, okay, let's try out this hybrid and see what it's like. That thing absolutely did not lack for any power at all. It was a great car, so definitely a good option out there for community members and members of Altura that are looking to buy a car, looking to find, okay, do I want a hybrid? Do I want electric? Do I stick with gas-powered? People have their preferences.
Sure.
There's definitely a car culture, especially in Southern California. So these are all things that are very important to people when they're buying their cars. And like you said, they're busy people. Auto Expert, like it says, auto buying made easy. So what else is popular out there? What are people buying these days or interested in buying?
We still buy a lot of trucks in Southern California.
Okay. What about SUVs?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Much more popular. Some manufacturers have done away with sedans altogether, which it's interesting. But yeah, SUVs, very popular. I think, again, because they're a good size now. Before it was like,
there's lots of choices.
Dating ourselves, but Ford Excursions, and where there's a decent size SUV that is still very economical, and so they've done a good job of packaging all that together.
And the SUVs are electric and hybrid and all those types of things, because historically trucks and SUVs, they're heavier cars, so they don't get as good a gas mileage. But now you can get a hybrid.
You can still get decent mileage and carry your whole family. You've got a big family. You need 7-8 seats.
And sometimes people just like to have big cars.
Yeah.
Just if they're taking people around, you're going to the beach, whatever it might be. So, so trucks, SUVs as well. So from an advice standpoint, is there anything else that you think that we've missed from a car buying process, or what cars are out there, or what we should do when we're researching buying a car for ourselves?
There's good sources on the internet. Some that I trust, Car and Driver, Motor Trend. I mean, you're going to get a pretty good objective. Kelley Blue Book is a great place to look at some values and things like that.
Like you mentioned before.
Yeah, definitely checking Carfaxes on used vehicles. But I would say above all of that, Auto Expert exists for a reason.
Sure.
Right?
If you don't want to do any of that.
Yeah, right. If you don't want to think about all that or spend so much time doing that, that's why we exist. And because we're going to provide that excellent service, convenience, knowledge, and all of that to Alterra.
Yeah, just like built into one. So, like we like to say, don't be shy, give us a try.
Sure.
That's what we would say about Auto Expert. They're going to do all of that for you. The service is there, the convenience is there, the trust is there, and it's a great way to buy a car. And like their slogan says, auto buying made easy. And thank you very much, Aaron, for being on the podcast today. Right. And we'll see you out there driving around.
All right.